recording as well. Are you able to see the notepad, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me about what is sprint. Nandini, Subhashni. Tell me about what is a sprint.
Sprint is nothing but duration where we are going to develop one build or specific build time period.
Okay, and what's the duration of any
3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks? Good. And what is a sprint backlog? Tell me, everyone.
Thus,
List of model which team will going to develop.
During the sprint, correct?
Yes, list of models which team will going to develop.
Okay. And what is product backlog?
So that one admin like leave. Login.
Okay. So the list of modules we are going to build during the project. Okay. That is a product backlog. Okay. So Venkatesh, have you gone through the recording?
Sir?
Have you gone through the recordings?
Yes, sir.
One second. Do you have any doubt? Venkatesh, all clear? Can you?
Yes, sir.
Because this is the last session for the manual testing. Day after, from
Okay.
Friday, we will start the automation. Okay.
Okay.
So in manual, we have learned what is test case design, everything, test execution, and the defect management. Okay. We have done hands-on on these three activities. Okay. Now, yesterday we have learned about what is a sprint, what is a sprint planning, what is a scrum, what is sprint retrospective, product owner, engineering, and scrum master. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit. There are some new people, student also there in the team. I think
Vinay, sir. Vinay Kumar.
Vinay. Yeah, hi Vinay.
Yes.
And only one student is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He want only automation.
Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi Vinay. Can you just give me introduction of yours?
Yeah, I have previously I have 3 years of experience in SAP SD functional consultant.
Okay.
So I'm planning to move for automation testing as of now.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
So we haven't started the automation right now.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
from the Friday onwards, we'll start the automation. So you are
Yeah, sure.
clear on the manual part, correct?
Sorry?
You are clear on the manual part.
Yes, because a few things I have learned from Salesforce testing. So I have a knowledge on manual as well.
Okay, so you know how to write a test cases and execution and the writing of defects, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. So share will be what I will do is I will provide you the tools access as well, which we are learning during this course. Okay, so
Yeah.
we are using the test trail for the test case
Yeah.
management, and I will give you the access of Jira as well, so that you can just again recap whatever you have learned. Okay.
I mean, technically, I know how to write test cases and all because I didn't done any course on manual testing. Just a few years back, I have learned from one of my senior.
Mm-hmm.
So because I didn't work done real time as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'll give you the tools access so that you just do a hands-on on this, and
Yeah.
during the automation, I will take your what you can say the questions as well on the on the
Yeah.
manual side.
Yeah. Sure. It's okay.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
will give you the
Thanks.
access of Jira as well, in which we are writing the bugs. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So today,
Okay.
I'll give you a little bit background what we are covering today. So
Yeah.
whenever we join any organization, we need to follow agile process. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So in the agile, what we need to aware of that I am talking about, that is a scrum, sprint planning, and there are some roles in the scrum, product owner, scrum master. So I'll a little bit of a recap of the previous one, and then
Yeah.
I'll show you the how to create basically the practical one of the these things, agile one. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
So welcome to the training, and let's begin. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Vinay. Now we have the product. So, okay. So what is product owner? Product owner is basically the stakeholder of the project and having a vision of the project. And he's the person who is responsible to maintain the complete project. Okay. Now the product owner is responsible for creating product backlog. What is product backlog? Product backlog is nothing but whatever we are going to develop during our from day one to the complete year, whatever we are going to develop during the entire cycle, that list of module is product backlog. Okay. If I give you an example, product, so in we are building an orange HRM tool in which we have these modules. Okay. So this is product backlog. Now, once this this one is clear. Okay. So the product backlog will be created by your product owner. Then the second one is Scrum Master. Scrum Master is nothing but your business analyst, or maybe there is a one more person, Scrum Master. He is the basically coach of the meeting, coach of the your project, and you can also become a Scrum Master as well by doing this CSM certification. Okay, Certified Scrum Master certification. So he's the leader of the team, and he's the person who is responsible to schedule all the meetings. Okay. Now the third role is the engineering team. In the engineering team, we have two teams. One is developer and the tester. Okay. So this is all about from the three roles in the Scrum. Now talk about the meetings. We have daily stand-up meeting. In daily stand-up meeting, we have some participants like Scrum Master, developer, tester, and the PA. And what we discuss in the daily stand-up meeting is in which task you are working on it, what you are going to work today, and what you have worked yesterday. So these are the topics in this meeting we'll discuss. Now, and what is the progress of each and every task? That is daily stand-up. Whenever you join any organization, this is your first meeting. Okay, before you get started on any work. Now the second one is sprint planning. In the sprint planning, the participant is Scrum Master, who's the host of the meeting, and lead developer and the lead tester and the BA. He will going to basically plan the sprint. What are the modules they are going to pick during that sprint? So let's in this we have one more word, sprint backlog. The sprint backlog is nothing but whatever work you are going to do during that sprint, that is a sprint backlog. Okay. Let's suppose from that we have these 5 modules. From the 5 modules, we have picked only 2 modules, admin and lead. That becomes your sprint backlog because you are going to implement these 2 functionality in the during that sprint. Okay. Now this is the sprint planning meeting, and then we have a sprint review meeting. In a sprint review meeting, we will showcase whatever we have developed during your sprint, will showcase to the client. Okay. Now you will see one more meeting, that is sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective meeting, What we will discuss? We will discuss about what went wrong during that sprint and what are the challenges. Let's suppose you have faced any challenges during your testing. So you need to describe in this meeting, sprint retrospective meeting. Okay. So this is all about the theory part. Any doubt in this? Everyone is on clear? Clear in this? No questions? Vinay, Venkatesh.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes, Ashish, clear.
Okay, very nice. Now we'll do the practical on this. Let me just show you the Jira. So this is the this is the Jira portal. You all might be aware of this portal, correct, guys? You have raised the issue with the help of this create button. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me just. Okay. So we have two projects. One is this. I'll click on this QA study point, and in this we can create a one board. Okay. Let me just create a board. We are going to use the Scrum one. Creating our new project. Mission team. Now, this is your one board. Whenever you join any organization, you don't need to create this board. You should be aware of what is this board. Okay. So this is your board in which will create the epics. Okay. What is epic? The epic is your product backlog. Okay. What is the product backlog? In the Orange HRM, admin functionality. All are aware of admin functionality in Orange HRM, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this is the epic. We need to just so this is your, what you can say, we have created this epic, and all the admin functionality stories, you can say task, will be mapped with this epic. Okay, so let me just create admin functionality. Now we have leave functionality. Okay, so these are your product backlog. These will be created by your product manager. You don't need to create. Okay, and tell me guys, any more module?
My info.
My info, correct. My info function.
Login. Login.
Yes. Login functionality. Any other? Who is working on it?
Organization functionality.
Organization. Okay, so these are your product backlog, which will be created by your manager. Okay, so this is your product backlog. When you join any organization, go to roadmap and just check the product backlog. Now, this concept is clear. Now we need to create a user stories. Okay, what is user stories? User stories is nothing but your, I'll show you. So in the admin functionality, we need to provide all the BRD, all the designs, all will be associated with this story. Okay. So whenever you join any organization, only thing you need to ask, hi, can you just give me the user story of admin functionality? So in this, implement functionality. So in this, you will get all the details. Let me just add the description. So this will be created by your BA. Okay. This will be created by your BA. And what is the responsibility of BA? Details of
Collecting
feature, details of feature which we are going to build, and BRD, FRS, and admin module designs. Correct? Correct, everyone? This one is clear? This is the responsibility of BA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So in this user story, you will get all the details like BRD, FRS, admin, and designs as well. So this user story will be provided by your BA. Okay. When you join any organization. Now, there are more functionality in admin. What are those? Implement. What are the sub modules of admin?
Giving permissions.
User management was that. Correct? User management is present in the admin. Let me just show you the functionality of the user. So this is the orange HRM portal, which I have shared with all of you. Correct? You need to just go through. There are some functionality. Admin, inside admin, we have some modules: user management, job. I will assign some assignment, basically some task to everyone to write a test cases of this one also and raise a bug. Okay. And you need to create the task as well. Now, just let me share the board. So we have user management, and then we have job. So this story will be provided by your BA, and all the details will be present inside this user story. Okay. Just like I have done with the admin, you also need to create a story inside this epics. Okay. This is your assignment. Now, once you receive the user story, what you need to do? Now, once you receive all the details, what is the next task? Tell me, Subhashni. Once you receive all the details of the feature, what your roles and responsibility? Next.
Then first understand the functionality which is going to be developed and write the test case, test scenarios and test cases.
Exactly. So for that, whenever you receive the user story, you need to create a subtask. Okay. Subtask is nothing but what you are going to complete. The first thing is one task will assign to dev, start building this feature. Okay. And this task will assign to developer. Let me assign to myself. Now, this task will be assigned to developer to start working on this feature, start writing the code, correct? Now, another task is QA story, which is test case writing. So this will be assigned to QA. Okay. Once you complete the test case writing, what is the next step? What the task you will perform? Test execution. Correct? Correct, guys? Test execution you will do.
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, once the test execution is completed, what is in your plate? What you are going to complete? Automation scripting. Once the automation scripting is done, so these are the tasks which you need to perform on this story. Okay. In this automation scripting, then automation execution. So these are the QA tasks in every user story. Whenever you receive any functionality, then you will receive one story, one Jira story for that, in which you will get all the details of that feature and all the like BRD, FRS, and everything will be present under this user story. Okay. Once you receive this, just create your subtask like test case writing and start writing the test cases. Okay. In this, what you will do? Start writing test cases, and you will write the test cases in test trail. Correct? Now, what you
Yes.
need to do is, yeah. Any question on this till now? I'm going very slow. Let me know if you need any, if you have any question. Okay. So the test case writing, it is a one task. It is basically it is having a one ID, Jira ID. This is MAN-10. You just copy this Jira ID. Just copy this Jira ID and you are writing your test cases in test trail. Correct?
Ashish, sorry for disturbing you.
Mhm.
Sorry, I have a call now. I will take record session and can I talk with you in the evening? Is it okay for you?
Yeah. No worries.
Sure. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I
Okay.
will talk to you in the evening.
Okay. No worries.
Okay.
Thank you, Vinay. Now,
Yeah, thanks.
in this test cases, what we need to do is we need to just write some test cases. Correct? Inside this test cases, we'll just admin how many instances are there? Okay. Now validate admin functionality with valid data. Okay. Once you do this, this is the user story. Sorry, the task MAN-10. You need to just keep this Jira ID with yourself, and whenever you start writing the test cases, just add it into the references. Okay. What we are doing is we are just mapping the test cases with this Jira ID. Okay. And just add the test cases. Now, this test case is belongs to which story, you will get the data. You are getting my point, everyone. So we are
Yes.
mapping the test, your task with your test cases. Okay. So I will again give you the credential of this test trail and start writing the test cases. And what you need to do is create your, I will share 4 user story or maybe 5-6 user stories. We have 6 students. So what I will do, I will assign each and every user story to all of you. Okay. In that user story, what you need to do, you need to create these tasks. Okay. Once you create these tasks, then start writing the test cases in test trail and map your test case test case task into this test creation. Okay. And once your test cases is done, then create a test execution. Okay. Now I'm just creating a test execution. Sorry. When you create test execution, then you need to put the ID of test execution. Okay. The Jira ID of test execution, which is MAN11. So in test execution, you need to provide a QA task of your test execution. Okay. Once you do this, then it will also get mapped. See here the reference QA story test execution. So we can just find it out. This execution is belongs to which user story. Okay. Is it clear?
Ashish,
Yeah.
can you show again Jira?
Yeah. So is it
Okay,
visible?
starting.
over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will create this user story to all of you. Okay, let's suppose, let me just share the notepad. Okay, so I will create user story. One is admin user story, leave my info, leave, then my info, then organizations, my info, organization, and then time, not time. This is in admin. I will give user management. Admin. No. Admin user management. And if this one complete all, and then again admin job. So I will create 6 user story. Okay. This 6 is user story I will assign to all of you. Okay. Once I will assign to all of you, what you need to do is create these tasks: test case writing, test execution, automation scripting, and automation execution. Once you create this one, copy this ID MEN10 and go to test trail. And inside this, you can create your own, create sections like Vinay, create your sections with your name. Okay, we have Abdul, Venkatesh, then we have Manohar, then we have Nandani, okay, then Subhashni. Okay, so I have created a section for all of you, and you need to create the test cases which I will assign to you. And then you need to map with the test case, with the test case writing Jira story, and the test execution with the test execution Jira story. Is it clear now?
Okay. This test in Jira, this test is created by PA and the project manager, right?
This user story will be created by your project manager or your BA.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but these tasks you need to create it. That's why I will give you the user story to all of you. You need to create. I'll tell you again. Okay, let me just go to the backlog. Okay, so we have user management. Once you open the user management story in this, it contains all the details of user management. User management functionality like BRD, FRS, and the designs as well. So in this, you will get all the details from the BA or your project manager. Now, what you need to do is you need to create a task. Once you receive the story, user story from this, what are the tasks you need to perform? The first thing is test case creation. So click on this create subtask and click on this story test case writing and click on this create button. Once you click on this, it will create a one Jira ID. Okay. Now QA story test execution. And it will again create a one Jira story, which is MAN 15. Once you get this one, you need to write a test cases. Okay. So let's suppose Vinay is working on user management. PC user management validate user management functionality. Okay. So if I edit inside the references, you need to put the test execution. Where is, yeah, user, you need to provide this user is Jira ID MAN 14. Okay. So this copy this MAN 40 and put into the reference. So what you are doing is you are just mapping your test cases with your Jira story. Okay. So in that way, you need to do all the tasks. Is it clear now?
Yes, Ashish.
Okay. Now, the next step is let's focus, let's learn more concept. So this is the user story and the task. Now, the second one is whenever you, how to create a sprint. Okay. So in backlog, this sprint will be handled by your product owner or your scrum master. You don't need to create anything, but this is for learning purpose. I am giving you so much information. Okay. So click on this create sprint and click on this edit sprint. Manual and automation sprint. Okay. It will start on 2nd and to end on 3rd week, 3-week sprint. Okay. Once you create this sprint, just add the work inside this, drag and drop. Now this becomes your sprint backlog, correct? What is a sprint backlog? Sprint backlog is nothing but whatever the task you are going to basically implement during that sprint, that is a sprint backlog. Correct, guys?
Yes, Ashish, correct.
Okay. Now, once this is done, when you go to active sprint, it will show you. Okay, you need to start the sprint as well. Once you start, now come to active sprint, you will see this board. Okay. In this, we have status as to do, in progress, and done. Okay. With this board, your manager will track the work, in which task you are working on it, in what is the progress. Okay. So all the tasks will be come under this board. Okay. So admin functionality, 6 and 7 user stories. Now inside this, it will go to in progress. Now it means developer is working on it. The status in progress means developer is working on this feature. And parallelly, QA is also started writing the test cases. So in this way, manager can just check Vinay is working on test case writing and he is working on it. Okay. And parallelly, in different tasks, let's suppose in user management, Shubhashni is working on it and he is working on the test case writing. So with the help of this board, your manager can track what you are working on it and what is the status. Let's suppose your test cases writing you have completed, then we will move to done. That means it is completed. Now you are going to work on the test execution part. Correct? Correct,
Yes.
everyone? Okay, so let's rejoin again with the same meeting. I think the meeting will be gets over in minute. Okay, let's rejoin again.